Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and welcome to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. Today, it's going to be a very, hopefully, quick card. Mainly stenciling with just a tiny bit of stamping and one little die cutting that I've already done. I'm going to be using GinaK Designs stencil that I just got in this last haul. This is the Sunflower Garden. I will be using that along with her Petite Flourish stencil, which is well used and well loved. And then I did die cut out the word love, and that is from Hero Arts. I got this at Joann Fabrics. It's DC 175 Love Stampin' Cut. And I'm just using the love. It comes with a die cut, and I just cut out the words instead of stamping. Okay, let me get started. And news, I'm only 7 subscribers away from reaching 1,000. That is awesome. I never, in my wildest expectations, thought I would get there. So it looks like maybe next week or the following week, I will be having a giveaway. And I'll give the details of that the closer I get. Today's card, I'm going to make this hot pink card. This cardstock was just calling for me to use it. This measures 10 inches by 7 inches. I scored it at the 5-inch line, folded over, creased it with my bone folder. And then I used GinaK's Master Layouts 8 to cut out my 2 layers. This measures, oh goodness, I forgot my measurements already. Let me see here. This measures 6 3/8 by 4 3/8, and then this measures 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and these two will layer together just nicely to create a shadow layer. And this is what I'm going to stencil on. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to set everything aside, lift up my stencil, my waffle flower grip mat, and I'm going to put my center down here. Now, I don't want to stencil over my stitched line, so I'm going to just use my washi tape and cover up the stitching. I don't want to cover too much, just the stitched line, because I want to have a nice little white border. And if you have masking magic, anything that you have that you can put down if you want to keep a border will work. Now, I've chosen, which seems like odd colors, Bubblegum Pink and Medium Carnation. And I'm just going to get a piece of scratch paper here, as I'm not sure which is the lighter color. I'm going to say it's Bubblegum Pink, but I shall see. That's that color. And the Medium Carnation. Now they're actually about the same, so I'll start with the Medium Carnation. And in fact, I might just use the Medium Carnation for the whole thing. All right, so I'm going to place my stencil. Since I have a 5x7 card, this stencil is meant for a 6x6. So it will hang out a little bit. I kind of want to center this flower. So I'm just going to take my Medium Carnation and do just a light hand and getting the first layer down. And I'm going to go one way and the other on all of these flowers. You can go one direction if you want. On this one, I'm going both directions because I want to have, I don't know if you can see it, on the petals, I want to have a little bit of a darker shade on each side. And if you only go this direction, your shading is going to be on one side of the flower and not the other. And I want this to be on both sides, so I'm going both directions, if that makes sense to you. Now I'm going to take a a heavier hand. And let me get a small brush. Hold on. I have one of these small brushes, and I want to take this and I want to get just a little bit of darker color on the inner petals here. I think that would be kind of cool. This will take the longest, I think, but not too long. That'll give it just another aspect of shading. Now, I have not used this stencil before. I've just watched it on YouTube TV. Almost done. And watch, the next layer will have done this, and I didn't need to do that part, but this is how I am going to learn and show you. Now, to keep my stencil in the same spot, I'm going to take my washi tape that I used and had here just a second ago. Amazing how things, oh, here, right here. I'm going to mark the corner where this stencil is. Here and then down here, so that I can lay my stencil down in the same spot. Now, if you don't have one of these grip match, you can just tape your project to your surface, and then you won't have to worry about it. So when I pick my stencil up, you can see where I did the darker shading on that stencil. I'm just going to set this aside. Reds and pinks will stain, so I will take these upstairs later and wash them off with rubbing alcohol. Okay, now I'm going to use the same shade, the medium Carnation. No, I'm going to go, yeah, medium Carnation. I'm just going to go for it. And I'm going to go for a slightly heavier hand, which means I'm pushing down the bristles just a little bit, just like that. I'm not smushing the bristles flat. And again, I'm going both directions so I can have shading on both sides of my flower. Now, if you only want the shadows on one side of your petal, then by all means, just go one direction. These are your flowers to do with as you like. Come up with some different designs and elements. Okay, now I will brush most of this off because I want to get that bubblegum pink in here. And I want this just to be a light color because I'm going to stamp over this. So on this side over here, I'm just going very light. I don't want this to be in your face, as I want to be able to stamp over it. But then the center of the flowers, I'm going to go darker. And I am smashing my bristles down flat to the paper. That's why I go for the cheaper brushes, so that I can smash them, because that's the technique that works for me. Now I want to see how these light flowers work. Yes, that's what I was looking for. All right, awesome. I may not even need, I didn't realize that these stamped or stenciled. That's why I wanted to do the Harvest Flourish stencil, but I think I still may incorporate it because I want to get a little of the gray in there. Now these are green leaves, and again I'm putting this down in my square that I made with my washi tape. And I'm just using whatever is on my green brush. Yesterday I used a jelly bean green and fresh asparagus, so it's probably a combination of those two. But green holds in your brush so well that you shouldn't need to ink it back up for a while. And I don't want these to be real dark, but I don't want them to be as light as those pink flowers either. And I'm going to go both directions so I have the shadows on both sides. All right, let me see how this looks. Oh, cool. I like that. All right. I do want to get the gray in there, but I don't think... I was just going to use this... Oh, you know, I might. All right, I'm going to try it. If it doesn't work out, I'll start this video over and you will never know. All right. I'm just going to put some of this Harvest Flourish stencil, let's see, in odd places. Just so that it's kind of random in here. And it's probably going to look really weird. But I think I'm kind of liking it. It's adding just a little bit of something. Definitely unique. Can't say I've seen anyone do this. I kind of want to leave over here because this, I want to stamp over here. Right here's where I want to stamp. I'm going to put a little bit right across this flower. Stencil on stencil. And all right, let's do a little bit in the center of the flower. Let's do, is there a nice cool spot? No, I'm going to leave the center of the flower. That is enough. All right, now I'm going to pick this up. I am done. And that was a soft stone. I'll set those stencils aside. Get all the stencils in the same spot, and then I'll remember where they are. Peel off this edge. Okay, that is definitely unique, and I like it. I'm not sure how my stamping is going to show up, though. So I will think that on my mind here while I'm cleaning up. I'm just going to clean this off with a little bit of water and my wet rag. No, I don't find that one, so I will use this towel. Oh, and now I find the red. That's all right. Okay, put the cover back on. Okay. Now, oh, that looks cool. Okay. I do like the addition of the Harvest Flourish stencil on there. So I guess you will see this video. I want to put love over here, but I have these honeybee stamps called My Favorite Flower. And I kind of like, if friends were flowers, I'd pick you, but I'm not sure if it's going to show now that I have done all that stenciling over here. But let me see. What I will do is I will stamp down on acetate first to see if I like it. I should have not put that circle in when I stenciled, but I wasn't thinking, obviously, but that's okay. All right, now I'm going to stamp this with GinaK's black Onyx. You can also use my VersaFine Clair, but I think I'll go with the black Onyx. And now I'll be able to tell if we can see that or not. let me try it with the VersaFine Clair. I'm just going to wipe that off with a wet wipe and then dry it with my towel. This may be too delicate of a stamp to show up really strong. Yeah, it's not going to show, so I'm going to leave that off this. Maybe I'll do a sentiments. No. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I am back. What I did is I did another one offline, and I kind of played around with this one. Some different sentiments. I had, oh, where did I cut them out here? I had this happy birthday in black, and I might just put that on there. And then I tried this happy birthday with a sentiment that I put in gray. I don't like that, so it may just be the happy birthday. But I did do another background, and I'm just going to take the washi tape off here. And I left the flower off this side, though I did put it, some of the Harvest Flourish stencil on there. And get my washi tape up off my mat now. And now I am going to stamp on here. Things just weren't coming together with that. I love it. I think I'm going to do the happy birthday on there, though. And I'll put that card together offline and show you at the end. And I found my rag, so let's use my rag. Okay. Put the cover back on that. All right. Now I'll get my stamping platform. And I still want to use that stamp from Honeybee Stamps. If friends were flowers, I'd pick you. And GinaK Black Onyx. And I'm going for it this time. Oh, that is pretty. Yes, that was a good choice on my part, I believe. Perfect. Clean this off with a little bit of water. Okay, now I can put this card together. I'm loving this stencil, and I like how I added the Harvest Flourish stencil with it. That may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I think it added a little something something to the background. So now I'm just going to glue these parts together, and hopefully my glue is not empty. We'll use this glue. Now next week, I may or may not miss a day or two filming. If I do, I'll try and catch up. The gas company has decided to replace all the gas lines in my town, and they are just down the street from me, so it looks like sometime either the middle of next week or at the end of next week they're going to start here. So it means they're going to tear up the whole sidewalk and my front yard, because they're also going to remove the gas meter from inside the house, which is here in the basement with me, just over there. And so they're going to have to be working in the basement and outside. So I don't know what kind of commotion or how I will feel about videoing with all that going on next week. But I will let you know for sure. Oh, I do like this. Okay. And now I'm just going to put that love on. I just love this love. I love the love. And this is the Hero Arts again. This is one I found at Joann Fabrics. Put that down there. I'm just going to put a little block on it. Don't need my big block. Now let me grab a quick drink and I will embellish. All right, now I'm not, well, let me see my sequins. I wasn't kind of feeling the mood for sequins. I have these Aurora Borealis ones, and then I have my usual ones that I color myself. I think they might be too small. Hold on, I just saw the ones I have that I think would be perfect. I don't know. I have these heart-shaped ones. Ooh, let me just put one on just to see in the center of the flower. Okay. Now the next question is, do I want to color them? So let me pull out a pink here. I think this one's going to be too pale of a pink, but I won't know till I put it down. Oh, actually, I'll say that one's nice, but let me grab one more while I'm here. Might as well try them out. Ooh, okay, this one might be it. No, that one's too purple. Okay, one more and then I'm gonna go plain. Let's see, how about Sakura? You can color almost anything with your alcohol inks. Ooh, I'm liking this one. So I like them all. Okay, this is the one for the win. This is RV 394 Sakura Pink. And I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. May not use them all, but let me see. I know I definitely want one in the center of the card, and that may be the only one I need. Let me try. I think I have a couple of these in different pinks. Let's try the Sakura pink. Put the ones back I'm not using. So that I will never need to buy colored rhinestones again. And if you have alcohol ink markers, you don't need to buy them either, unless you have something like this one really called me. I can't do an Aurora Borealis sheen on my rhinestones. It's just not in my wheelhouse. Or if you have one that just calls to you for some reason, but otherwise, just get some plain ones and you can color them yourself to match. Do I want to put one here? I don't believe I do. Now I'm going to take my clear Winkostella and just go over the word love, which I should have done before I put it down on the card. But you know, I always think of these things last. If it wasn't on my card already, I would have used my black Winkostella. But since it's on my card, I'm going clear in case I get off the lines. Okay, now this one, I'll work on this one offline and let you see. But this is my card for today. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope it inspires you to get out your cards and stamps and stickers. And this is a little crooked. And just play and have fun. Get that corner down a little bit. And come up with something. Because this is pretty. It's not quite what I wanted with this over here. So I just redid it. But I will use this for another project. Thank you so much for watching. And hope you have a great rest of your day. What I did with the first panel that I made. I just used Friend from GinaK's Modern Florals and just simply put that white panel onto a full white cardstock. And then this is the one I did, the second panel that I made on camera for you. 2 different looks with the same design.